Yeah, what's up everybody? It was a while ago I made a video. I've been so busy with all of these examinations on the university, so I didn't have any time to do anything. But now I just got a little bit of time, and my secondary school just wanted to give me this air compressor. Yes, it is a air compressor, but it got one of those compressors from a refrigerator, or maybe a freezer. That was a bit funny. I got one of these butane or propane gas tanks on the bottom of it. So it looks like a do-it-yourself air compressor. It's a bit funny. Yes, it is from 1969, so it's very old. It's like 48 years old. I've actually looked inside of it. I removed the pressure gauge and the inlet valve and just took a little flashlight, lighted in there, and looked from the other hole, and it looked absolutely fine inside it. It was a little bit of rust on it, on the bottom of it, but it wasn't so bad. Yes, at the moment it's pumped up to 3.5 bars of pressure. We got a little valve for the tube, so we can actually turn off the pressure. Yes, now it's empty. Let's pump it up again. That's good. It got one of these connectors, so you can connect into different tools. And what we got over here? We got one of these small valves. This is pretty nice. This is one of these valves, and it has got a long tube that goes all the way to the bottom here. So if you turn this up, it will actually blow out all the moisture that's left in it. If you have this thing turned on in a cycle, and after a while it will be obviously got some moisture in it. The water will condense because it's so high pressure. And obviously I tested this in my secondary school when I was there. I changed the wiring. All this wiring are new. And when I connected in, obviously it didn't work as I expected. This pressure switch obviously has stopped working. It actually doesn't switch off anymore. So I need to change this. Otherwise, if I forget it plugged in, it will go off like a nuclear bomb in my apartment. So that's not good. You fucking blow a hole in the roof. And yes, it's a bit dangerous to have this old pressure switch on it. So I need to change that, put a pressure switch for like 3 to 5 bars, because I don't want to go more than 5 bars for this one, just because it's so old. And yes, that wasn't the only problem. The other problem was that this start capacitor, if I missed the under part, it's supposed to have a little cap on the bottom, so you can go in here. This actually holds the capacitor in place, but obviously that was gone like 25 years ago, so this thing was just hanging loose. So I just tied it down here with some cable strips and put some hot glue on the terminals, so I accidentally don't get a shock out of it. And when we move it a bit more, you can see it got one of these pressure relief valves. So obviously if you got too much pressure in it, this thing will blow the pressure out. Of course I need to change this as well, because this is supposed to be like 10 bars. And I don't want to have 10 bars in this thing, it will blow up. So I don't want that. So I need to put like 8 bar pressure relief valve there instead. Just if something happens with the pressure set. My new pressure set not that one, that will go in the dumpster soon. Otherwise, it looks pretty good, pretty fine. I don't think it was used so much. So yes, this is just a normal reciprocating type of air compressor. No fancy screw compressors here. So if you have seen my previous videos, I used this compressor for some experiments to create vacuum and stuff like that. This is a normal reciprocating type as well, but this obviously don't got any pressure tank, but it got a little pressure gauge on the top. I can actually attach my vacuum hose here, because this creates a very good vacuum. It's pretty nice, much better than the old one. And yes, let's turn it on and see what happens. Let's start it up. As you can hear, it's very silent. It doesn't sound so much. And here we got a very good vacuum. It's like just sucking my finger right into it. That's very nice. I got some pressure in it, so I don't want to go so much higher than that. Yes, it's a very nice air compressor. It's getting a bit warm, as it's supposed to be. It's compressed air, and if you compress something, it gets warmer. But yeah, it's very silent, and I think my neighbors will like it, because it don't sound so much. Yeah, let's turn it off. So it's a very good air compressor, and it's very silent, as it should be. So let's have a look on some labels on it. Let's begin with that one. 1/3 of a horsepower, 2.5 amps. There we go a bit down. It was made in 1969, 8 bars, 15 liters, and made in Denmark. This should be a good thing. It looks like a propane gas tank. Looks a bit funny. Connie Hedenberg. I have no idea who that was. 220 volts AC. So now I just need to change some components on it to make it work much better than it does. Otherwise, this will fly right out of the roof. Thanks for watching.